Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so excited that you're here, and if you're returning, welcome back. I'm glad that you're here as well. So my readings are collective readings, and they're a little different because they're mainly for confirmation and clarity, with a little bit of guidance. Sometimes it'll be like a recommended way of handling a certain thing or something like that, but it's mainly for confirmation. So if you're kind of arguing with the message or trying to force it to fit, then go ahead and just leave it behind for those that it's meant for. And without further ado, let's get into it. So I have not meditated on the energy. We're just going to tap into it right now. So, taking a step aside, allowing spirit to pass through for the collective's highest good and the highest good of all. What message is coming out today? Alright, so, okay. The first card that came out was Elder and Wisdom. I haven't seen this card yet come out in a reading, so that's always fun when that happens. Let's read it out of the book for you. Okay. So, rising from the underworld, release, letting go, major transformation, higher wisdom, new perceptions, and awakening to the truth. Elder signals the end of a phase in life, as well as the beginning of a major cycle. The Queen of the Underworld reminds us of the symbolic death that visits us often as we progress through our physical and metaphysical growth. Elder reminds us of the blooming we experience when we simply allow our old self to decompose. In giving new life, the old one needs to be torn apart and allowed to die. Don't resist it. Elder is a wise guardian assisting us as we step through the doorway of darkness. Allow yourself to be consumed by her mighty presence as the Dark Mother protects our spirit as it goes through the cycles of transformation. Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. Congratulations. It takes a lot of inner work to get to that point. And something that I'm learning is it happens more than once. So congratulations. That's awesome. The next one that popped out was Arnica, and the message on there is teacher, and it's also number 33. So, and Elder is 28. So there could also be some unexpected abundance coming in as well. And then 33, master number. Money magic, just magic in general. So for this, what I'm getting is, and I'll read it here in a minute, but the energy that I'm picking up on is this is somebody who has gone through a major transformation and is ready to teach and guide others that maybe are a little bit, a few steps behind on the path. And so that's something that is very important and freeing on this journey. Is you don't need to be a guru to teach. You don't need to have it all figured out. You only need to be a few steps down the path to guide others that are walking that same path, that are a little bit behind. So if you've already had an awakening and you've gone through that awakening part, then you can help somebody who's that's just entering into the awakening. If you are a little further down that path and your awakening was a while ago and you've gone through another dark night of the soul or two since awakening. You can help people who are starting to go through that dark night of the soul after awakening, because it's different. And oftentimes that one just kind of comes out of nowhere and hits us like a ton of bricks, and it's like, what just happened? And so that's where somebody who can be like, hey, it's okay, this is normal, and this is what I learned and what I experienced, and then you can help that person not have to be as confused or be as fight the process as much. So that's one of those, we're all in this together, and so everybody has the ability to teach from their point of growth. So let's see what it says in the book. For Arnica, we've got loyalty, commitment, perseverance, teacher, stability, companionship, community, and unique path. Arnica has long been associated with wolf medicine, symbolizing loyalty, leadership, community, intuition, and instinctual intelligence. Wolf, like Arnica, teaches us how to become resilient teachers so that we experience greater knowing and help others as they seek their own path. When Arnica grows in the wild, it is found in unique and mystical patches, showing us its unique form of manifestation and growth. Like wolf, it does not follow established pathways. It finds its own way off the beaten path, defying patterns of habit. Draw upon the power of your tribe to discover the power of co-creative support. Holding your unique power within a community further empowers your vision and capacity. Like a wolf, be fiercely loyal to your tribe while also upholding your unique talent. That's beautiful. I think the next one that came through was Reishi and Retreat. Oh, that's a fun one. So there's the card. I'm hoping you guys can see the cards. Let's see. Yeah, that's focused. All right, cool. So, 27. Retreat, recovery, meditation, hibernation, spiritual contemplation, replenishment of spirit. The guidance is to pause. It's time for renewal. If you feel overwhelmed or mentally overloaded, it's time to retreat. Take the time to recuperate and recharge, and personal growth will follow. Overstimulation and indecision lead to a sense of weakness, imprisonment, and a feeling that you are evading death. Like bear, hibernate or rest before you take on the next project or challenge. Many Native American tribes have called this space of intercontemplation the Dream Lodge, a place to witness death and see beyond the confines of physical reality by visiting the dream time. Create the space to be in silence and calm the internet chatter. Reflection is key to the path of self-mastery. Okay, so then the last card that came through is Sage and Blessing. There we go. So Sage is for blessing, purification, invocation, sacred gift, spiritual cleansing, reassembling emotional body, and mystical sight. Sage, like the moon card in the tarot, is the great portal to the river of life. The silver light of Sage grants us the power of insight while we navigate the darkest hours. The lunar powers of Sage remind us to look inward to receive visionary insight from Spirit. Don't get overly consumed by the emotional interplay. Allow it to pass like the clouds. Draw upon the inner reserves of your psyche to navigate darkness and become keenly aware of what is causing inner disturbances. Okay, sorry about that. It got slightly interrupted by my daughter and her friend. Which happens, and So that everything that happens in a reading is normally symbolic. So that could be part of this this retreat message is with all the interruptions and everything that happen in daily life, scheduling a time in for even 10 minutes a day, just to either, you can sit in silence or sit with like a different plant medicine. So like, for instance, I did this with sage, but you can get like loose leaf sage or loose leaf tea. Do your research first, make sure it's not toxic, etc. But you can sit with a certain plant like every day for a few days, and then just kind of connect with different energies. And like, sage is really good about helping build boundaries. It's really good for people who struggle with codependency. The people who are struggling with setting boundaries, saying no, that kind of thing. Sage is a really good helper to build those healthy, good boundaries. You can sit with rose. Rose is really good at helping with shadow work. Different like mushrooms like reishi, lion's mane. There's the mushroom coffees and stuff. And so you can spend 10 minutes, and in the morning when you're drinking mushroom coffee, instead of it just being like you make the coffee and then you just drink it, if you put 5 minutes aside to sit with your coffee, your mushroom coffee, or even regular coffee, but you just spend an intentional 5 minutes of, I'm going to sit with this plant and just kind of see what intuitively comes through. That's a way of retreating. It doesn't have to be this big, I need an hour to meditate and, open my third eye and do all these things. It can be small little things throughout the day that put you in this retreat energy. Then something else that happened while the kiddos came in was the top card got bumped off of the deck that I'm reading from. And so that was another one that I think wanted to come through. So I'm going to finish reading Sage from the book, and then we'll go into the one that jumped off when I took a short little break there. So let's see, where are we at with Sage? Draw upon the inner reserves of your psyche to navigate darkness and become keenly aware of what is causing inner disturbances, fear, and unhappiness. The initiation you are undergoing, although unfamiliar, is a great blessing. Feel yourself seize and reassemble as you break illusions to unearth hidden truths. Surrender. Don't stand in your own way. Allow the silvery white light of Sage to shatter illusions as you undergo a great awakening. And again, if you do sit with Sage and connect with Sage, Sage is also a master purifier and cleanser. And when you burn Sage like a smudge in the air, there is actual... there have been studies that show that the smoke actually does detoxify the air. And so it'll pull out microbes and like bacteria and stuff from the air. So it literally does cleanse the air, physically and energetically and spiritually. So the last card that came out was Valerian, which is number 44, and it is acceptance. So I'll show you that card. Okay, so Valerian and acceptance. Let's see. All right. Order, loosening, acceptance, embracing imperfection, persistence, and flow. Valerian supports us by widening our trigger points and helping us zoom out of a situation that might be overloading you with anxiety or stress. Remember, go easy on yourself and don't push yourself too hard to meet goals. Valerian remedies the internal parts of ourselves that can embody mouse energy when we're overly analytical and judgmental in high trigger mode. The message here is to take measure. Although your foundation can be established with great order, there is a certain amount of flow needed in order to enjoy creativity and growth. Don't exhaust yourself in the details. Embrace your imperfections. Okay, so, some of you might benefit from actually, taking valerian. Again, like, check with your doctor and all of that. Make sure that that's, good for you and all, and everything. But that just kind of came through that maybe some of you would benefit from, taking valerian to help get into that retreat state. Okay. Then I was guided to pull one more card. So we've got Skullcap and Stillness. There. Okay. So it's stillness after the storm, let go of control, trust in life, surrender to the divine plan, and break open. The guidance is the storm has passed. You've just weathered or are weathering a storm. Ground deeply into the present moment. If you feel fear, find consolation in stillness as it readapts. The medicine of Scorpion embodies the stillness of darkness, and it assists by accepting sudden change with ease and calm. If you're feeling exhausted, drained, or depleted, this is the time to pause and withdraw to your cave. You're in the process of rebuilding after the storm. Don't rush, reflect. Take the time to birth a new structure that supports a new version of yourself. Okay, so yeah, I'm definitely getting the energy of somebody who is completing a cycle and stepping into a new version of themselves. And with that, it definitely is good to find some time during the day or even at night right before bed to really just sit with the new version of the self, and also be in silence and stillness. That is very important. And so I'm really picking that up here. But with that, I just felt the energy leave, so I'm going to go ahead and leave this here. If you like the way that I read, feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe. I greatly appreciate every one of you that is here, and I will see you on the next reading.